Once you've learned that chart really good, um, you're going to want to start cutting out refined foods, except for, refined starches especially. You want to cut out the refined starches, or lower down the amount that you're eating refined starches. You want to cut out basically all packaged foods. I know that sounds kind of hard at first, but it's not. That's why you want to take this food chart and try to see what kind of combinations of foods that you're going to like to eat, is so that you have something to replace the packaged stuff with. See, you can't just quit eating something. You have to replace whatever you're eating. And another thing, when you're first starting out, is you want to keep your food intake, the volume of it, you want to keep it pretty much steady. Like, you don't want to drop it super far down, and because it's like the law of displacement. Just imagine if I have a jar that is full, it is full of oil, right? Let's say some used motor oil, and I take water and start dumping in there. Now the oil is going to be lighter than the water, so the oil is going to float up and it's going to overflow out of the jar. So just imagine your body is being that jar. You want to dump in the good stuff, and all the bad stuff will be pushed out. In your digestive tract, you want to take in all the good stuff, like the lettuce and the carrots, the raw lettuce and raw carrots, and all the raw vegetables, and cooked vegetables too if you want to add those. And you want to start putting in the proper combinations that are in digestively compatible combinations. So you want to keep your food volume steady, and you can even up your food volume if you want, because you're taking in a bunch of food. You want to push all that other food and all that other stuff in your digestive tract. You want to get rid of all those bad combinations, and you just want to displace all the bad stuff that's in your body. And this might take a couple weeks. It might take a month. To totally get rid of all the stuff out of your body, it could take years. That's why you want to go ahead and start doing this stuff gradually as soon as possible. But to really notice, say after like 2 or 3 weeks, you're gonna get 50% of the benefits after 3 weeks if you do it right. I mean, it's gonna make a big difference in the way your digestive system, the way you feel. You're gonna be getting more nutrients. They're gonna digest better. They're gonna digest faster, and so I know this stuff sounds really simple and unbelievable, but it's based on chemistry, and you can also do some more research if you want to, if you don't believe me. But trust me, I've been studying this stuff, and I've been doing this stuff for a long time. But if you do want to do additional research, just go to Google, type in quotation marks, food combining principles. Now you're going to read some people say it doesn't work, but just disregard it. As soon as you see that it says it doesn't work, just skip over. Find the people that are talking about how it works. They'll explain how it works. It's a matter of chemistry. There's a lot of information out there about it, but you don't need to know all the technical stuff. I've already done all the research for you on that. But okay, so food combining principles. You want to do that. Okay, then you want to start cutting out all the artificial chemicals and all the packaging and stuff. That's why you want to start preparing your own meals, if possible. And you want to cut out on table salt, because table salt is a different kind of salt. You want to use sea salt. That's one of the main reasons too why you want to prepare your own meals, because all the packaged stuff, they use regular salt in everything. So not in everything. They have some organic stuff, soups and stuff that do use sea salt, but for the most part, all the packaged stuff. Anyway, okay, and then the next major thing that you're going to want to do, and you're not going to want to hear this, but you want to quit eating cheese. And I know that a lot of y'all are probably just flipping the computer off now, and you're probably throwing the diet out the window or whatever. But you got to quit eating the cheese. And if you don't want to quit eating the cheese, just gradually cut back and find a replacement for it. Okay, cheese is it's super tasty. I love cheese too. It's my favorite food too. I mean, I love pizzas, but the pizzas, you have to find a replacement for your pizzas. I mean, I know that's the worst, the last thing you ever want to hear is that you got to quit eating pizza. Now you don't have to totally quit eating it, but it's best if you do, because you want to get that taste out of your system. So you want to quit eating the pizzas. And if you do eat pizzas, you want to make sure 100% that you eat a salad with it. You got to add that fiber. Pizza has no fiber in it. Cheese is one of the main clogging foods that there is. I mean, one of the most clogging foods is cheese. The second most clogging is white flour and bread with no fiber in it, white bread. That's what pizza is cheese and white bread. I mean, it's the most clogging food that you can eat is pizza. Pizza is also a very bad food combination because the acidity of the, there's 2 acidity factors. Actually, there's 3. Eating white flour, and that basically turns to sugar, which makes you more acidic, or, it makes you more acidic. But the tomato sauce on the pizza, that is an acid, and that is conflicting with the starch digestion. And also the cheese has a lot of protein in it, and so that's why you're going to have acid reflux. If you're prone to acid reflux or heartburn, you've probably noticed over the years that after you eat pizza that you get heartburn. I always do. And so you want to quit eating pizza. Another one is cheeseburgers. That's kind of the same as pizza. It's white flour, meat, cheese, and mustard. Anyway, you want to cut out the protein and starch in the pizza. And anyway, so you want to cut out the cheese, and so you want to replace the cheese. So you can replace the cheese with like raw nuts and olive oil. So you can make your salads, and you can put eat as much olive oil as you want, but you don't want to overdo it. If you do overdo it, you'll notice too much of any kind of oil will zap your energy. That's why when you do eat pizza, that's a lot of oil, a lot of fat. Not oil, but it's a lot of fat. That's why it zaps your energy. That's why these high-fat meals that most people eat, it zaps your energy. Too much oil will zap your energy. Now, you don't want to go the other extreme and do low fat, because if you go super low fat, then you probably get constipation, because the oil helps to keep things from getting stuck in your system. So you don't want to go low fat, you don't want to go high fat. You want to stay kind of in the middle, and you want to experiment with your oil ratio systematically. Write down the ratios, the amount of oil in your meals, and after just